I am Byron McClure. I have been a school psychologist for over a decade. I have done a number of really cool things in the space of education and in our field of school psychology. Also, the founder of School Psych AI, and super excited to be with you all this evening. I'll throw it over to Rachel to introduce herself, and then Rachel, you could throw it back to me, and then I'll give some updates, and then we'll get right into the big surprise that we have for you all. Rachel.
All right, thank you. I'm really excited. My name is Rachel Teason. I'm a school psychologist. I'm a practitioner, like many of you probably are. So I work in public schools in the K-12 setting, and I'm really into time-saving tech tips. And so as soon as I heard about this work that Dr. McClure started with School Psych AI, I knew that I had to get into it and have fun with it. So I'm really excited to be part of the School Psych AI team and excited to share this surprise that we have for you tonight.
Y'all, if you've heard me speak, if we've had the pleasure of meeting, you know I love engagement and communicating. And so please take advantage of the chat, the comments. Rachel, this is a cool feature. We could just plop it up. Here's one. I went to one of your NYC DOE. Shout out to New York. We had a great time there. It was so inspirational. And one of my colleagues told me about School Psych AI, and I've been using it since. Thanks for this. Truly my pleasure. I hope to bring value to all school psychologists. And so, we are celebrating right now, y'all. Like, we have grown this platform 2 months, approaching 3 months. December 18th will be the 3 month mark that we've been in existence. And so we are babies in the grand scheme of this. But in this short amount of time, we just reached 10,000 users. Y'all, where's we need some like celebratory music. I wish there was a button where I could do some cheers, drop some celebration emojis inside the comments, y'all. Cause that's big, that's major. And really what that lets me know, what it lets the community know is that we know there's a better way to go about our practice. Constantly bogged down by paperwork, getting far away from the work that brought us to the field to begin with. And so this is what this tells me. There has to be a better way, and I believe in taking action. And so we created this community. We have 10,000 users, just released the updated version of the platform. And part of this community, which makes it so powerful, is we're getting real time feedback, literally by the minute. And one of the important pieces of feedback that we got was, how do we get started? Like, AI is so new. There's a big learning curve with it. There's so many different types of AI. There's generative AI. There's Mid Journey, Dolly. There's ChatGPT. There's all these platforms that are out there, and because it's so many different things, it can be confusing of where to get started. And one of the things that we heard is, what if there was a prompt playbook? What if we took some of the best prompts that were out there and put it together? And that's what we did. And here at School Psych AI, for me as the founder, I want to make sure that I'm providing value to every school psychologist as possible. Like, that is number one priority for me. And by putting together this prompt playbook was a way to answer a need, be responsive to what you all are asking for, and to give immediate value right away. And another big thing that I want to say is that this isn't just a Byron McClure thing. It's all of us. It's all 10,000 members of this community. We all have a part to play. Well, Byron, that sounds good, but what does that look like? Well, Rachel has a gift, y'all. And if you've heard me speak, you've heard me talk about shifting from what's wrong and shifting to what's strong. And everyone has something that they're strong at. And Rachel, she is talented with tech, with the care of the work that she puts in. And she used her talents to create the most amazing playbook in the world, y'all. Like, Okay, so let me say this, and Rachel, I'm gonna throw it over to you. Like, as in my work, I get to see a lot of things, I hear a lot of things, and like that's fine, that's cool. And I review a lot of things, and especially with the work that I'm putting out with School Psych AI, like we have to be critical. We make sure that we're looking at it with the lens of, okay, how can we improve? How can we make it better? What's wrong before we release it to the world? And so when Rachel sent me the first iteration or this draft playbook, I'm going through it looking to tear it apart. And y'all, I couldn't. I couldn't. Maybe you all can, but it is exceptional. And so reaching 10,000 users, we want to make this available. We weren't going to make it available until January 1, but when I saw, I was like, we have to put this out like right away. And so I'm going to tell you all how to access it. And then, Rachel, I will turn it over to you. Quickly, we are making this available inside of our platform at School Psych AI. Make sure that you log in. If you haven't logged in, go to the website, log in. You'll be able to access it. We are going to make it live for everyone to access by 9 p.m., hopefully, my time. I'll send an update letting everyone know when it's live. Uh, we also have a link for those of you who are here now. We'll make sure that you get that. But for now, we want to make sure that everyone can at least see it. So without further ado, Rachel, I'll turn it over to you.
Okay, I am really excited and I really appreciate all those compliments. That means a lot to me. I love being able to help school psychologists feel like they have the tools that they need to do their jobs more efficiently. So this was right up my alley. So what our end in mind was having something that could start from what is this AI stuff? How am I supposed to incorporate this into my workflow? I've never used this, all the way up to I'm ready to engineer my own precision prompt so that I can get the results that I want when I'm interacting with Sophia. So I wanted to make sure that it was very inclusive and could reach everyone, no matter what your skill level is with AI. And then on top of the library, I also wanted to include a lot of the information that Dr. McClure already had on the schoolpsych.ai page in terms of ethical considerations and things like that. So this first page is just the cover. And if we click on the table of contents, this would give kind of an overview or just to help orient yourself to what is included. But there's this getting started section, which has like the welcome and the purpose of this book, this playbook. And then it goes into some more information on the why. And as Dr. McClure said, a lot of us are bogged down with paperwork. We have high caseloads. Our ratios are insane. And so how can we get to less paperwork and more hard work? And Sophia can help us do that. So we're excited about all of these sections. I want to keep scrolling and get to the good stuff, but I also want you guys to see all of these pages too. So this next part is that ethical considerations. Of course, we want to make sure that we're acknowledging our professional code of ethics dictated by our national association. We're wanting to make sure that we're ensuring confidentiality as we interact with AI. I know that's a big point of conversation when we're talking about any AI tool. And then those privacy policies that are associated with that. So this is a step-by-step understanding of the ethical considerations that go along with any AI tool, and especially with Sophia. And really the number one takeaway is that we're not using any personally identifiable info. So if you're not sure where to start, you can start with some of these pre-made prompts. And then as you get more familiar and you practice interacting with Sophia, you'll get to see some of these more specific pieces. And then the next section is all about creating AI prompts. So if you're not sure what to type into that chat box once it's pulled up, this is where you can go. And it has everything from the basics of AI prompting, how to make it more refined, make it a little bit better, and then some of those factors for clarity, relevance, and some of those other pieces. So on this first page, on this next one, it shows that it's really simple. It's 1, 2, 3. You're entering that prompt. You're going to review the generated insights and apply our expertise, and then finalize it and add it to your report or add it to whatever documentation you're working on. But this gives you kind of that overview of how to just the basics of AI prompting. On the next page, it has more detail about what factors you want to consider, making sure that Sophia has context. I think that's the biggest piece. And then there's this example, which I think is really helpful, of what does an okay prompt look like and what does an even better prompt look like. And just seeing some of those differences with the specifics that we're giving to Sophia. And then the next page has even more detail. If you're ready to start doing very specific AI prompting, then that page is for you, all about how to refine it and make it even better. And then if we get into the next stuff, the goods. So the Prompt Playbook library, this is where we house all of the ready-made prompts, which is accessible through this prompt flowchart. So everything is hyperlinked to this page. So this kind of becomes our hub of all of the different ready-made prompts. So Dr. McClure, if you want to click on one and show how it will jump to data interpretation, for example. And let's say you've reviewed all those and you want to go back up to that flowchart, you would just click back there and it takes you back. I was really excited to incorporate some hyperlinks so that every user who's accessing this can make sure that they're navigating it as quickly as possible, because we're all about saving time.
Rachel, we have to pause right there. Y'all, like,
Okay.
how amazing is that? I'm reviewing it and I'm going through and I'm just thinking, okay, can I click one of these? And then I click, whoa, and it took me there. And then I'm thinking, like, okay, I want to go back. And it takes, like, it's so intuitive. It's just so exceptionally well done. If you have questions, please put questions in the chat. If you're liking what you're seeing, hit the like button, tag a friend, tell a friend to hop on as well. Let us know what you're thinking as you all are watching this. Rachel.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So yeah, it has all of these different areas broken up. And of course, this is just version 1, right? So as we continue to get feedback from everyone and different ideas for prompts, different kinds of prompts, we'll continue to add to this list. But this is what we have for version 1, and we wanted to be able to put it out there. So as you click through all of these sections, it'll take you to those different topics. So whether you're looking for specific, how do I make this WISC write-up more parent-friendly? How do I help prepare for this IEP meeting and explain some of my results in really parent-accessible terms, and things like that. So there's all these different categories. And shout out to you if you're a school psychology graduate student. I made sure to include some prompting at the end for internship prep. I know that's probably happening where you are here pretty soon. So Sophia, I tested this out with her and I messaged Dr. McClure as soon as I saw that she can do this. She can do a mock interview with you guys. So I asked Sophia to do an interview and give me feedback on what my responses are. And she did. She acted like an AI supervisor in that sense. So that was pretty cool. So
Rachel, there is a comment coming in. Someone says,
yeah.
would it be possible to make the PDF full screen? It's a
Oh,
little pixelated. So let me see if I can zoom in just a little bit. Can you let me know? Because it's a little hard for me to go back and forth. I know it's going to be cut off a little bit. Let me know if that gets a little bit better. The video is also going to be made available on our YouTube page after it's finished. And from what I've read, the video will look uh better. So it might be a little bit pixelated. The final version will be HD, and you all can really see crystal clear how much better it looks. So boom.
okay. Yeah,
Rachel.
at least on my end, that zoomed in a little bit better.
All right, cool.
Okay. So yeah, if you're looking for internship or things like that, or maybe you're already in the field and it's about to be interview time for you, there's a specific section for that, since that's coming up around the corner as well. Do we want to dive into some more examples, or?
Yes, I was gonna ask. Let's get into well, let us know inside the chat. Is there any section that you all will want to see? Again, I see we have a decent amount of viewers for a Friday night. Make sure you tag a friend, let them know if there's any section here. We have academic learning strategies, intervention recommendations, IEP meeting preparation. And what I like about this is giving us ideas of things that we can actually do with Sophia, which is awesome. as well. One of the things, which actually I think it might have been one of the earlier comments about a prompt. Someone asked if we could help with prompts for the Basque, and I just quickly came up with something. And so we have some Basque 3 self-report prompts here as well. Rachel, anything you want to call out here?
I guess for all of the different assessments, something that we're playing around with is the data table creation. So being able to pull scores and putting it into a table with percentile rankings and things like that. I think that's one of the neater features that she can do. So
Cool, cool. And I see someone they're mid cooking dinner. Listen, next time you got to make sure that you save us some. The video will be made available on the School Psych AI YouTube channel. If you haven't already, make sure that you're subscribed to the School Psych AI YouTube channel. It will be made available there. The actual playbook, log into School Psych AI. Once you're in the platform, it'll be available by 9 p.m. Central tonight. So just check back tomorrow. Definitely Monday. It'll be made available and you'll have complete access to it as well. Rachel?
all right. Something else with all of the different assessments, we wanted to make sure that there's everything from, how do I integrate this into my report, help me with interpretation of these scores, help me put it into a table. We wanted to think of all of the different micro tasks that go into that bigger task of report writing, which takes up a lot of time for us as school psychologists.
Yeah. We're getting some comments. One says, I'm excited to see how it can help me with the write ups for rating scales. These take me so long to write up.
Yes, yes. I'm excited to see how that works for you. You'll have to let us know once you dig into it and things. Yeah, so far we've got a few assessments in there, but we're definitely going to build that out. So if there's a particular assessment that's really one that you use all the time that's not listed here, please let us know. That way we can add it to our priority list for the next version of our playbook.
Yep. Rachel, anything else that's important for our school site community to know?
I think if we go to the end, the page there, so we will also be building out some video tutorials. So there's one in there now on the YouTube channel that's specific to the playbook that just kind of does that basic overview page of 1, 2, 3. If you're brand new to using AI and you're not sure yet how to use it, that would be a really great video to start with. But what we're thinking is building out even more tutorials of these specific prompts so that you guys can see them more in action. And then the other thing to highlight would be how you guys can give us feedback. Like I said, this is just version 1. Dr. McClure and I want to make this as much of a living document as possible. So we want it to be based on that continuous improvement, getting your feedback and making those adjustments and making it even better. So on that next page, it has some specifics on how you can submit feedback, whether that's through our social media or there's that email onboarding at schoolpsych.ai. If you have specific questions or wonderings about things that could be added to future versions, that would be the best way to connect with us. But yeah, I'm excited. I hope that this can help save a lot of us time. I know that I use a lot of these in my work, so I'm just excited. And of course, we want to stay connected and get your feedback. And if you are interacting with Sophia and have some things that are mind-blowing, please share them with us so that we can add it to our next version and continue to grow our collective knowledge around using AI. And of course, if you're on social media, please use Dr. McClure's hashtag SchoolPsychFam so that we can all stay connected as well.
Yeah, can we please clap it up for Rachel? Can we send some clap emojis inside the chat? Rachel, once again, I know I've told you, but I want to make sure that this is being recorded. I want to make sure the world knows it. I appreciate the work that you've done. You've done a remarkable job with this, and I hope it really helps bring value to our school psych fam. To everyone who took the time on a Friday, I appreciate each of you for taking time out of your busy schedules to spend a little bit of time with us, especially as we're growing this community as well.